I just noticed we have got Nolan Scott in the channel now, just fresh from his, well, fresh-ish from his stint in the car. Yeah, so the thing we got to talk about first of all is the whole ballast situation. When did you start noticing you had ballast on board your car?
About 3 laps in, pretty much. I mean, it was one of those rush jobs. Phil had just joined up, Phil Diaz, and I don't think he was in the car for a whole lap, and he disconnected. So we basically lost a lap there, almost a whole lap. I joined up, and we run League of the Americas, which is same exact course. I was running the same exact setup, but 15 kilograms of ballast on there because of the FCR. But yeah, I noticed that really quickly. But you know, there's nothing. I mean, we timed out again, as you see now, so we're no longer running ballast. But yeah, big mistake.
Yeah.
Big.
Yeah, but it's just unlucky really, because I think a lot of teams do that. Like if they disconnect, they panic, and then they join up and they don't have the skin on, or they have the wrong name or stuff like that. So it's just one of those unlucky things. Could have been worse. So other than that, how was Core's race up until the disconnection started happening?
We've done all right. You know, qualifying was not something we were real concerned with, but that 1-second penalty really put us back. Put us back a lot more than I had anticipated, and I was, you know, I didn't expect us to be running 8th, 9th, you know, in that time period where everybody started disconnecting. And then when everybody started disconnecting, you know, we started making gains, and at that point, you know, I think after, I don't know, I think it was probably an hour and a half, 2 hours after everybody started disconnecting, we finally started disconnecting, and now we're basically, you know, we're probably worse off than a lot of the other teams at this point. I think this is our 3rd disconnect.
Yeah, it is.
You just got to keep the head up, though. I mean, you know, you never know what can happen at this point, but you know, it's a major setback at this point, and you know, we're going to have to get real lucky. You know, pretty simply put.
There's more than half the race to go, though. There's still a lot of time for, to put it bluntly, bad luck for the other teams as well.
I understand that. That's what it's going to take. It really is. But you know, we're doing good. We just got to follow it or dial it in, and you know, get some breaks, and we'll be all right.
Yeah, it's odd because Core has had problems with disconnects all season long, and it looked like we were having a dream race. We went pretty much 8 hours with no disconnect problems at all, which in most matches of endurance races would put us through the entire race, and now we've had 3 in the last hour.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, we were really enthusiastic about that, but you know, just the way things happen.
Yep.
And like you said, the long race to go. You know, we're not really worried about it. It's just like I said about qualifying. You know, if I'd had it do over with, I think I'd have put a little bit more emphasis on qualifying. But you know, it's 24 hours. You know, we're barely pricking the surface.
Yep. So who's supposed to go in the car next?
Well, Phil's supposed to be in the car now, so you know, hopefully if he can get his internet working again, he'll be in next. You know, I don't know if it's server related or what it is, but you know, he ran 2 stints earlier without any problems, and now he can't even make it a lap. So we may have to keep him out.
He thought he had figured it out, but it looks like he hasn't.
No. He's tried resetting everything multiple times. He's you know, he's run multiple tests and everything, but there's nothing that he can figure out that's going on. You know, I don't know what you guys know from watching the server all day. It seems like, I don't know, probably 4 or 5 hours ago that everything started getting a little quirky. So you know, maybe you could give us some insight on that if you know anything. But you know, we're kind of scratching our heads.
We don't really know.
A lot
the
of
latencies look good for everyone, really, and the disconnects seem to come out of the blue. The server itself seems okay. We don't really know.
Okay.
How was
But in a race like this, you have to expect a certain amount. I mean, there's been no race over 6 hours or so that I can remember that didn't have a lot of disconnects.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Jonathan, I think you were going to say something?
Yeah, I was just wondering, how was the negotiating lap traffic for you, Nolan?
That was real good, actually. I only had one confrontation that I can remember, and it was it just involved me having to jump over the grass with all 4 tires. But you know, other than that one incident, it's been picture perfect. Probably the best race of the season, I would say, when it comes to lap traffic.
That's great to hear.
Yeah, it's been fantastic.
Well, isn't it probably like one of the most open tracks of the whole season too? So that probably part of there's plenty of room for something to get out of the way.
Yeah, it's very long and very wide. There are a few choke points. There's only really the VS's around the second sector point and the hairpins that are really tough.
Yeah, about the only thing you really have to watch out for, or at least I watch out for, is going into, like you said, the second sector there. Going into that final complex, the uphill section, if you don't get around before the left-right, you're in a little bit of a pickle. But other than that, yeah, I mean, there's so many straightaways on this track that, you know, you're never going to cost yourself a second or two. I mean, unless you just absolutely just, you know, drive it in there and cause some contact. But, you know, you can always take your time. And
the other place is the final chicane when tires like fall on the road and you have to dodge them.
yeah, now that the field's spread out, there's definitely a lot less tires on the track as there was the first, 4 hours, or well, 2 hours really. I know Phil complained quite a bit about that. He started pretty far back in the GT1 class, and that was a big deal for him.
We'll now see a driver change in the MB racing car. Sebastian Wilms joined the server to overtake the car from MoE.
Yeah, I think he's a new driver during this race for the MB team.
Yep, so Nolan Scott, I guess that you would want to advertise a couple of your websites before you head off to do whatever you do.
Yeah, absolutely. Core-racing.com. I'm sure a few of you know that one. btpmovies.com. lfsloda.net. Don't forget to check out IGTC. That about takes care of it.
Yeah, I knew you'd have the most websites out of anyone we'd had today, but yeah.
I could probably come up with a few more if you want me to, but no, that'll do it.
Well, I'm sure btpproductions.com will have links to a bunch of them.
Yeah, you can find just about everything we're affiliated with at BTP Movies, so go check it out. Bookmark it.
One day I was talking to Nolan after an ITCC race about getting some adverts for it, and he sent me like 6,000 YouTube links, and I lost half of them already.
That sounds like Nolan.
Well, guys, I appreciate y'all having me.
Yep, thanks, and good luck in the rest of the day.
Yeah, I'll keep y'all updated. It's good talking to y'all.
Good luck, Nolan.
Thank you.
Good luck.
And this broadcast has officially been NASCARized. Oh, did I say that?
What does that mean?
It means
Yeah,
no one
what's
sounds
that?
like he's from the South.
Which I believe he's from Tennessee, isn't he?
He's from Tennessee, yes.
See,
Chattanooga.
that explains it.